All right, so I just replaced my tire here. So since, to get the wheel off, you have to take the caliper off. And since I have my caliper off here, I'm gonna clean the pistons. Let's look at this right here. So on this side, you see the brake pads here, and you see the pistons. So the pistons are dirty. You see that? There's a little shiny spot right there. The rest of it's all covered in, and it's all caked up. So anyways, I need to take off the brake pads here. And I clean it with basically WD-40. Excuse me, not WD-40. What am I saying? I clean it with Simple Green. So let's look at this and let's see how it's held together. So the brake pads are held on by this little pin right here. So the pin is basically held on by these little coddle. What are these called? Coddle pins, I think they're called. I always forget names of things. So anyway, so this, you take these coddle pins out, right? See the little coddle pin there. Take that out, slide it out, slide that one out, slide the other side out. Then from there you could basically push the pin right here, push it through, and it came off easily because it's not too dirty. Over time, this pin here will corrode some more because it's already corroded. It corrodes some more, and it will actually get more sticky. So every once in a while you might get like some maybe 220 grit, or I would say no more than 180, but 220 or more. I would say 220 is good. And clean this up a little bit. Clean this up so that way it's nice and smooth, and all the oxidation and the dirtiness, the grittiness is all off. So that way it could slide easy, but also your brake pads, it could move back and forth easy as well, because it could, this thing could hang up the brake pads, right? So once that's off, the brake pads slides out like so. You'll probably slide out from either side actually, but anyways, I'm gonna do like so. Set them aside. So my brake pads are still looking good. I'm never hard on the brakes, so I don't have to worry about my brakes too much. And you can see the piston on this side. Let's get closer, you guys can see that or not. So you can see the piston here is all gunked up there. So it's all dirty. So I'm not gonna push the pistons or anything. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna spray this with the Simple Green and basically brush, clean that out. So my Simple Green here. Let me back the camera off a little bit so it doesn't get sprayed on, doesn't get wet and gunked up. My Simple Green here, like so. Both sides, like so. Use an old toothbrush. Best thing to do is use an old toothbrush and just reach in there and brush them teeth, right? Or in this case, brush them pistons. So yeah, so a lot of people don't do this, and they wonder why sometimes the pads get stuck and such, because the pistons are so dirty that they can't retract. So it's a good idea to do this every time good info is just do it every time you do your tires. Every time you take off your tires, that way they always stays clean and fresh, and at least that way there's less. Usually when it stays cleaner, there's less dirtiness in it, there's less gunk, less oxidation, etc. So the cool thing about these calipers is that you could reach from them from both sides, both the front and the back. So I could go from the front and the back, right? That's cool. That's a good thing instead of just reaching from one side. Yeah, so lots of times people look at the pistons and they're like, oh man, the piston is so old and stuff. Let me replace the pistons and rebuild my caliper. And most of the time you actually don't need to. You'd be surprised because these pistons are they're a hardened. Well, I shouldn't say hardened. Well, maybe they are, but they're they're usually made of some type of stainless, a magnetic stainless, so that way they could hold the shape a little better compared to non-magnetic, especially in heat, because brakes get hot, right? So people look at them and they're all dirty and stuff, and they're thinking, oh yeah, I need to rebuild my caliper. Most of the time you actually don't. You'd be surprised at just what keeping it clean every time you change a tire and cleaning it. You'd be surprised at how long you can keep your pistons, or excuse me, your calipers. Yeah, the piston and the seal and stuff. They actually surprisingly stay in really good shape. Let me finish brushing this so that it's cleaner. I'm gonna get some water in over here in a minute and rinse it off with water. But also let me grab some old pistons, and you could check out the old pistons and see how they look. Get my little bucket of water. You got it earlier, so you don't have that 30-second pause. But oh well. I don't usually, when I make my videos, I don't usually think about the video itself. I need to get the job done, and so the video is usually the last thing on my mind actually. So I think that's good there. I don't think I need to spray the other side. Let me just do that real fast. Okay. Now you can see. Let's go back in again. Now you can see how clean the pistons are. Look at that. Look at that. Look how shiny they are now. See that? See, look at that. All shiny and clean looking. So that's how, like I said, a lot of people don't realize all you need to do is just clean your pistons. So here's a set of old pistons I have from another bike. Actually, this is off my scooter. And you can see how clean they are. These pistons here have, let me see. I think about 60,000 miles on them. 60,000 miles, and they basically pretty much look new. I don't think I even needed to clean my, replace, because I replaced my pistons. I had intended to replace these at 50,000 miles, but I was kind of lazy and I waited till like 60,000 miles. But anyways, so look at them; they're still pretty new. Some type of stainless steel. This is magnetic, so it's it's definitely not a 300 series stainless. Some other type of stainless. But anyways, yeah. So. And on my scooter, that's my commuter bike, so I ride that thing year round, during the rain, whatever, summer, rain, whatever. And I've been across the country on that thing. I've been up to Alaska. I've ridden on the glaciers on that scooter. I've been down to Florida on that thing. That's why it has so many miles. And anyway, so these things got changed around 60,000 miles or so. And that scooter currently has 75,000 miles. But anyway, but 60,000 miles, and you see how good the pistons still are. So usually you don't need to change it. All you have to do is just clean your pistons out every time you change a tire and have you take out the caliper. It makes a big difference, and they last a lot longer. And when the pistons are clean, the sides of the pistons are clean. They're nice and smooth, and they could travel in and out easily. When they're dirty, the grittiness and stuff, it's kind of abrasive, and it wears out the seals, right? The piston seals. So you keep things clean, it stays nice and smooth, and it goes in and out easy. It doesn't wear out your seals. So definitely want to do that. So anyway, so putting it back is the same thing. Put the pads in. And such. So I don't think I need to do a install. I don't think. Maybe I will. So here's the spring clip right here. that held it all together, and it held it like was it like this? No, it was actually like this, I think. No, it wasn't. I think it was like so, that way, I think, or it was around this way. Anyways, you rewind my video and you could see which direction it was supposed to be. I don't think it was like this. I think it was actually like this. Or you look on the other side, look on the other caliper. I think it was like that. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do another one. So also you want to clean this, like I said, that pin right here. You want to clean that with like a 220 grit. The easiest way to do is just you have a little hand drill, clamp this on clamp this on with the hand drill, and spin it, and just lightly as it spins, just slightly go over it with the 220 grit, then flip it around. Same thing on this side, and it's good to go. All right, thanks for watching.